Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining this talk. My research is about mothers in 18th century opera and in particular about the singer Margherita Durastante. When I studied her life, I realized that it unfolded alongside many wars. When the War of the Spanish Succession started in the north of Italy, war threatened her existence. For this, among other reasons, I concluded that it would be useful to have a look at war and opera in terms of emotions. War in the 18th century was about the mercenary, the soldier who went to war for money. There were also special mercenary units used to supply forces. When a soldier fights for his own village or country, there is an important element of self-defense, which helps to overcome fear. Mercenaries, however, whether foreign and with a reputation, or the villagers next door who joined the local army force for poverty, were in some ways like American Vietnam War soldiers sent into foreign lands and climates where they had to fight a war designed at their office table, thousands of kilometers away, based on abstract ideas. Early modern armies were divided into those deemed capable of honor, leader personalities, and foot soldiers, who were looked down upon as incapable of such moral values. John Lynn studied early modern military leaders and how they attempted to eradicate or dull fear or other distracting emotions that would keep soldiers from fighting in a controlled manner. One method was discipline and punishment, the other was the creation of camaraderie, which channeled the separation from families. Lynn calls this approach the execution of emotions and uses this term to refer to the way emotions were carried out within the army body. However, there is a side meaning to this term, suggesting that emotions had no place, were suppressed. Early modern operas were also about dealing with emotions. Their recitatives were about plot and action, often describing intrigues on the background of wars in ancient or medieval times. It was in the arias that the characters expressed their emotions to music to underline their ability to control them. In this sense, opera complemented war and revived those executed emotions within a value system based on honor. Poets, for example, rediscovered the epic poem Gerusalemme Liberata, the liberation of Jerusalem, from 1581 by Italian writer Tasso, on the Crusades and the separation of the knight Rinaldo from his lover in the Middle East was a grand success in the war years 1703 to 1712. Besides separated lovers or lovers falling in love with the enemy, Romeo and Juliet type of lovers, mothers emerge on the opera stage. One reason was certainly because a woman and a mother, Queen Anne, led the British army. The other reason is that these stage mothers, especially those widowed, defended family honor, made sure that sons did not lose their succession rights, kept families together, and participated in politics. Operatic mothers represented the home front. The general of the French army in the War of the Spanish Succession, Duke of Vendôme, attended operas between the battle fights. During these events he could, if he wanted, revive his executed emotions within a strict system of values, as he, the leader, was seen as capable of honor. This healing aspect of opera opera and its focus on emotions was even more important in the years following the end of wars. Operas resurrected and celebrated those executed emotions and provided happy lovers in abundance for the lieto fine. The happy ending is a must in Baroque opera. Thank you very much for listening.